Hey, welcome. This is Dr. Matt Bergman, and Blueye is a great tool that I just came across that provides a wealth of different tools for teachers. And the best part is that it's free and there's no login that's required. So let's take a look at that. You'll notice that Blueye actually has three different options. So option number one is what we're going to look at. Option number two, that it says an email assistant, you can email this email address to ghostwrite an email, to complete tasks, to brainstorm some ideas. And then right here, this is the full platform that you can then use to do things like grading and more complex things. That's paid. So let's take a look at the free tools, and you'll see that there are 9 different options, all geared towards making our lives as teachers much easier. And this is an awesome tool right here called the Assessment Idea Generator. Now, when you're looking at some of these tools, like many of them are similar to, say, Magic School, School AI, and EduAid. And the one thing that I've noticed is that tools like Magic School are great. They offer a free version, but you can only use them so many times. This can be used as many times as you want. So that's a really big benefit of that. The other thing that I've noticed too is that a lot of tools aren't necessarily focused on academic standards, or you have to come up with a long drawn out prompt to tell exactly what you need. All you have to do is plug in information here, very similar to many tools like Magic School and EduAid. All right, so I'm going to go in here. I'm going to say, hey, I have a ninth grade students in my class. I want to focus on this academic standards, and look at this, it's mandatory. And I'm going to go ahead and generate assessment ideas. This particular tool is for brainstorming assessment ideas, not creating them, just brainstorming ideas. And you'll notice that right here, there are your traditional and also your creative options. If you want to actually create an assessment based upon this idea, you would have to either do it yourself or use another AI tool. But once again, this is great for adopting what I call plus one thinking. And that is thinking of, is there another way it could be done? So that's what this assessment tool is all about. There's a choice board maker, and choice is very helpful when you're looking to increase and create engagement in your classroom. And once again, you just simply put in the grade level, the academic standard you're looking for, and any additional details that you might want. And you could click right here, and it's going to generate a choice board. I love this tool because it's very UDL friendly, because it focuses on giving students different assessment options to meet an academic standard. And that is extremely important, making sure that it is construct relevant. Now you'll notice right here, here is my choice board, and I have some different options for how I can use this. So I can click right here to export to Word, Google Docs, or in a PDF format. And I can get emailed those downloads. The other thing I can do is just simply copy and paste it into the application of my choice. So very, very helpful tool there. Now, you have a parent email writer, even a reading level converter. And with this reading level converter, very similar to other tools where you copy and paste text, you put in a target grade or even Lexile level, and it'll generate a text for you. One thing that I want to note is be careful with copyright and fair use when you're using tools like this, regardless of the platform. You want to make sure that you're modeling ethical behavior for your students, and that what you're using, you're allowed to actually make those adjustments. So keep that in the back of your mind when you're doing those things. Let's say, for instance, you had a YouTube video that you wanted to assess students on. You could simply copy and paste the YouTube link right here, ask for a number of questions, and it gives you a variety of multiple choice, short answer, even true and false questions. You can give it additional details like, hey, I want it all completely multiple choice, etc. So that's really helpful. Now, the other thing that I've noticed too is that it even has an assignment translator. This is a great resource, especially if you work with multilingual students, if you wanted to translate the text in your assignment. And once again, you can copy and paste the text right here, say what language you're looking for, and then it can translate the text. It's pretty accurate, but once again, be careful with AI tools in any task that you do, because it might not be 100% accurate. So that's something to keep in mind. Here's a name wheel, so you can go right here and you can put student names in here if you'd like. Once again, the data that you are putting in here, if you're not comfortable with first and last names because of personally identifiable information, you could just simply use the first name and the last initial. You could use a student number, that sort of thing right here. But a name wheel is a great tool that you could use, and other applications use that. From what I've seen from a privacy policy standpoint, it doesn't look like it's going to collect any of that information and use it. But always be careful anytime you feed an AI tool any type of information, because it could potentially be used. This is a rubric generator. So right here I have a rubric generator. I can give it the instructions that I'd like. So perhaps that choice board example that we had there, I could copy and paste that choice board information into here, and then I could just say maybe 5 points per criteria. It's going to go ahead and generate this rubric for me. And maybe all I want to do is have students meet this academic standard. Well, I could simply just put in the standard right there, and then it's going to generate a rubric based upon meeting certain components of that particular standard. So you can see it breaks down that standard. And once again, you can download that, or you can even copy it. So Blueye, really neat tool. There's a lot of uses for it. Once again, for the free version, you can see that it's very convenient, very user friendly. Might be worth checking into, especially if you're trying to look for something as a gateway into AI to get yourself used to it. Might be a good option.